All right, we're just cutting that bite because we have to take you to the current president, Cyril Ramaphosa, who is leading an Imbizo in the Northern Cape today. He will visit the Redstone Concentrated Solar Power Plant in Postmasburg in the Northern Cape, and that province is hoping to become a strategic hydrogen and green energy supplier. We do have our senior reporter, Siphamandla Goge, who's walking with the president as he walks with Zamani Soul, the premier of the Northern Cape. Siphamandla, if you can hear me, just tell me a bit of more information as to where exactly the president is going. What is he expected to be shown there today?
Okay, the president is visiting this plant that is under construction here in the Northern Cape. Joe Komane will pan and show you on my left. That is the tower of this solar thermal power plant that is under construction in the Northern Cape. It's hoped that it will ease the burden on the energy crisis that the province and the country is facing. Remember, the Northern Cape is positioning itself as the hub when it comes to green hydrogen and the issue of energy mix here. So the president is visiting this plant, which is under construction, set to be completed or to be operational in 2024. It's already created more than 2,000 jobs, according to the premier of the Northern Cape, Zamani Soul. And today the president is going to be touring the plant. But most importantly, this is the first day of the presidential Imbizo, which will culminate into a public event tomorrow where the president will be engaging with members of the community. And one of the issues that you can expect to dominate there, by the way, is the issue of human settlements in this province of the Northern Cape. As we see the minister here responsible for human settlements, that is Mamoloko Kubai, she's also here because that issue is very important. So in the Northern Cape, you have the issue of human settlements, you have the issue of water, the issue of crime, and the issue of unemployment, service delivery related issues, including municipalities that are not functioning properly in this province. So those are some of the issues that will dominate here as President Cyril Ramaphosa basically arriving here to address and be briefed by the members of the provincial legislature. Let's see, okay. Let's just go inside here. Please bear with us as you will have some of the shaky visuals. We are trying to get inside where the president will be briefed, and there is also the issue of the scanner there. We'll try by all means just to go through the scanner. It may be dark inside here because it's a briefing room, and also too many security personnel who will be around here. But let's see if we can go through quick without necessarily breaching security protocol. Joe Komane here, my colleague, just going in quick as President Cyril Ramaphosa is being briefed here about this power plant, how it's going to work, what are the socio-economic benefits, the energy benefits. South Africa is facing a huge challenge in terms of the energy crisis, issues of ESCOM, load shedding, growing calls for the mixed energy plan in South Africa and strategy. So this is what is happening in the Northern Cape, as Joe Komane is showing you, President being briefed about the design of what is happening here. We are talking about solar and wind energy, hydrogen, the Northern Cape launching its strategy last year, the hydrogen strategy, green energy. So President Ramaphosa will talk about that, what it means for the country's just transition, for the country's mixed energy use, and also for the economy of the Northern Cape, not only the Northern Cape, but for the economy of the country, because it needs to have socio-economic benefits to the people of the Northern Cape, but also to the people of South Africa. So after this, the president will be touring the facility, and then tomorrow he will be engaging with members of the community to talk about service delivery related issues across the province. And that's where we expect the issue of struggling municipalities, the issue of unemployment, poverty, gender-based violence, violent crime, and the issue of human settlements, water shortages and challenges in the area, those will feature strongly tomorrow when the president interacts with members of the community during the presidential Imbizo. But his arrival here in the Northern Cape signals the fact that the presidential Imbizo is underway in Uppington. Tomorrow it's a public engagement. Today is day one. Tomorrow will be day two. And the people of the Northern Cape have been complaining about lack of service delivery, issues of health care here, health facilities, and just local government institutions or local government sphere that is struggling. Let me see if we can put our mic here just to listen in to what is just being said here.
Have molten salt.
Yes.
The salt keep this temperature. Yeah.
Yes. And then, which cable do you send it to the grid then?
So if you look at, we have the on-site substation.
Yes.
And so when we generate at 132 kV to a transformer that comes there.
Okay.
And then from there we have an underground cable.
Yes.
Running all the way to outside of the field where we have built a new substation.
How long? How many meters?
It's about 1.6 kilometers.
1.6
kilometers.
kilometers.
Just to the substation itself.
Okay.
And then from the substation which we built, we have 35 kilometers of overhead line that we built
Yes.
to connect into Eskom's Olin substation, which is an existing
Which
substation.
is an agreement.
So that's how we connect in.
Just explain to the President the difference between these rotating mirrors and solar panels.
Yes. Yeah, these mirrors are essentially reflecting mirrors only.
Yes.
So not as your PV panels. Your PV panels, people think that they're confused with the two, but the PV panels essentially absorb light.
Yeah, I was going to.
They absorb light, and that's how they make the electricity.
That's right. So these ones just
reflect
they
direct
just
light
reflect
to the
direct
top.
to the top.
Yes. You know, I mean, I always tell people, you know, when we were kids, we used to shine our watches in people.
Yes.
Think of 1 million of those shining on the top.
And if you wanted to alert your girlfriend,
You would do that.
You would do that.
Okay. That is exactly the technology.
You would
Yes.
just use that, and she knows.
That's it.
We are too young to
You are too young to know.
That is
Okay.
exactly the technology.
All right. Okay, so
And the
these-
beauty of this technology, sorry to interrupt you, Mr. President, the beauty between the PV and this technology, CSP, is the storage.
Yes.
The size of the storage and the process of the storage and the dispatchability. As you know, the PV, Mr. President, that you need to have, you know, battery storage.
Yes.
And the battery storage is not, you know, yet is in bigger capacity.
Yes.
But Mr. President, we are going to build, inshallah, in South Africa with your blessing.
Of course.
The first project of storage in Do is going to be really one of the biggest, or it's not the biggest, in Africa. Where it will be, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And
we've got
we
the
are
elements
going to
that go into-
produce, you know, 525 megawatts of storage from the battery.
Wow.
And that's our next investment. It's around $600 million.
Okay.
Part of
Well,
what we
I
agreed.
want that next week. Because
Next week. I will do it next week, Mr. President. The offer is already there. We have been prepared bidder.
Okay.
And we are just waiting for the award.
Okay. Yes, I
And
know.
as I promise
about
you,
the
Mr.
storage,
President,
yes.
the 5 billion
Yes.
is doable
Yes.
before 2025. And thanks to your meeting with our conference,
With the conference.
you know, you had done for us an easier job now
Thank you.
to make things to happen. God
Well,
bless you. You
That
know.
was the objective
Yes,
of the visit.
yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now these mirrors,
Yes.
do they need cleaning now and again?
Yes, they do.
They do.
They do.
So you need to have people who will go and
100%.
shine them.
No, not people.
People and machines.
You know, machine, we are
Machine.
using minimum people,
Okay.
and we have a special machine to clean.
Okay.
So we have a combination, and what we do is we have people allocated to some cleaning trucks.
Yes, of course.
Because there's 41,000 of them,
Yes.
we would go through the whole field once a month.
What is the distance between the mirrors?
It's very close.
Front.
This is just for demonstration.
Okay, but
it's,
I can see on the
when
outside.
when they do it, when they put it up, the mirrors are not yet installed, but
Yeah.
they're going to be installed. When you're standing on the top, you will not be able to see any gaps.
It
will
is
be like one
maximum
big mirror.
radius.
One big mirror.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the radius will be maximum is around 20 meters.
20 meters.
Radius.
Radius.
Yeah.
So in total, you have 41,000, but they cover 1 million square meters of
Yes.
mirror. It's quite a lot. When we're on site, you will see the expanse of
Now, where have you deployed this technology?
We deploy it, Mr. President, in Morocco,
Mm-hmm.
and it is operational. Now we deploy it in Dubai. And now we are going to deploy it in Saudi Arabia. And we are now going to deploy it in other countries
as well.
Many other countries.
And it
because,
works effectively.
Mr. President, we are the biggest and the largest company in the world who done this technology. Upscale it, upgrade it, and construct it. And we are very happy, we are very lucky, Mr. President, because we are brothers and sisters from here, from operation and maintenance, and we are sending them to other plants to learn, to train, to develop, to have the knowledge, and then they are coming back when this plant is tested and commissioned to operate.
So when do we commission this?
Will start commissioning is in November. The commissioning in 2023.
Next year.
And we are fully dispatched and commercial operation, Mr. President, in January 2024. God bless you. You will be here.
I will be here.
And you will see it happening.
Yes.
And Mr. President, you will also see that at least 3-4 projects additional investment of aqua power. That's where you will do the groundbreaking ceremony.
Wonderful.
I commit to you.
And I'll come and press the button.
Yes, sure.
Yes. Excellent.
Thank you, President.
Thank you.
This is really outstanding.
President Cyril Ramaphosa being briefed about what is happening here at the solar thermal power plant in the Northern Cape. Basically, technical briefing about what it means, how is it going to help with issues of energy in this province. With that, we have to take it back to you for now, as we'll be with the president a little bit earlier, and we hope to talk to the president about a number of burning issues in South Africa, not only this power plant, but as we know, the issue of the electoral bill is in parliament being discussed. There are strong calls for it to be rejected in the current form. There are other issues of Palapala that are being discussed, but for now we'll have to take it back to you in the studio with the hope that we'll catch up with the president a little bit earlier on, or a little bit later on.
All right, Siphamandla Goge live for us in Postmasburg in the Northern Cape with the president, where a solar power plant is being launched. He's being shown around, and as you heard Siphamandla saying, the Northern Cape province, the government there wants to be the hub of solar plant and solar energy in the country. And with our country and what we're going through in terms of our energy crisis, this will come in quite handy. So he's about to sit down there and sit in a meeting with all those executives and officials from government and other entities. This was a private and public partnership in terms of the solar energy power plant. So we'll catch up with Siphamandla a little later on. I think they are going to probably be locked out at some point. But as you can see there, our cameraman, Joe Komani, trying to get all the visuals that he can for you until they are kicked out of that meeting. But as you heard from Siphamandla, they'll catch up with the president a little later on about various issues, not just what he's there for today.